Hey there, treasure hunters. Imagine this: you're sorting through some loose change, maybe digging through the couch cushions or that random jar of coins on your desk, and you stumble upon a penny. Now, what if I told you that little piece of copper could be worth $1.1 million? Yes, $1.1 million. Sounds crazy, right? But today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1987 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, why it's so valuable, how to identify one, and, of course, how you might just have a fortune sitting in your pocket. Stick around because you won't want to miss this, especially if you've ever spent a penny without a second thought. Spoiler alert, you might regret it after watching this. Alright, let's get into it. First, what even is a no-mint mark penny? Let me break it down. Mint marks are those tiny letters on coins that tell you where they were made, like D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco. But when you come across a penny without a mint mark, it typically means it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. However, not all no-mint mark pennies are created equal, and this is where the 1987 penny becomes legendary. Here's the deal: the 1987 no-mint mark penny is rare because of a minting error. Somewhere along the line, a batch of these pennies was made with an unusual flaw. Some had a double die error, while others were struck on the wrong planchet, the blank metal disc used to make a coin. Collectors go nuts over errors like these because they're like little secrets hidden in plain sight. And here's a fun fact: in 2023, one of these bad boys sold at auction for, wait for it, $1.1 million. That's right. A single penny paid someone's mortgage, car loans, and probably a vacation to Hawaii, all because they noticed something special about it. Now, let's talk about how to spot one. Grab your pennies and a magnifying glass, because this is where the detective work starts. First, check for no mint mark under the date. Easy enough. Then, look closely at the lettering, like Liberty or In God We Trust. If the letters look a little blurry or doubled, you might have a double die error. And if the coin feels a bit off in weight, it could have been struck on a foreign planchet. Boom, you're in business. Let me share a quick story. A friend of mine, I won't name names, once handed me a penny at a garage sale. They said, "Here, you collect coins, don't you? Tell me if this is worth anything." I almost passed out because it was a 1987 no-mint mark penny. Of course, they didn't know the value, and I wasn't about to ruin their day by explaining they just gave away $1 million coin. But hey, finders keepers, right? Just kidding, I gave it back. Sort of. That humble penny sitting in your pocket, on your nightstand, or rattling around in your car might be worth more than you can imagine. The 1987 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is proof that treasure hunting isn't just for pirates, it's for everyday folks like us. Now, here's my challenge to you: go grab your spare change and start searching. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the next millionaire who owes it all to a penny. And while you're at it, why not subscribe to this channel? I'll keep bringing you tips, stories, and strategies to help you find coins worth big money. And don't forget to hit the like button, it's like leaving a tip for your favorite content creator. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a valuable coin or if you're planning to start searching now. Hey there, treasure hunters! Have you ever checked the coins rattling around in your pocket and wondered if one of them could be worth a small fortune? Well, today's your lucky day because we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1988 D-mint mark Lincoln penny. Yes, a humble little penny that could be worth a whopping $1.2 million. That's right, million. Let's talk about why this coin is special, how you can spot one, and, of course, how to cash in if you hit the jackpot. But first, let me tell you about the time I almost missed out on a valuable coin because I was too busy arguing with a vending machine. Alright, so let's get into it. What's the deal with the 1988 D Lincoln penny? Well, here's the tea: it's not just any penny. This particular coin is a superstar in the numismatic world because of its unique characteristics and rarity. First, the D-mint mark indicates it was minted in Denver, one of the primary locations for U.S. coin production. But not all 1988 D pennies are valuable. It's the combination of mint errors and pristine condition that makes this coin worth a cool $1.20 million. Error varieties. Some 1988 D pennies were struck with a reverse die intended for 1989. This tiny mix-up in the production process resulted in a transitional error that's super rare. To spot it, check the FG initials on the reverse. If they look slightly different, you might have a winner condition. A coin in mint state, meaning it looks like it was just made yesterday, is key. No scratches, no smudges, no signs of wear. If it's pristine, collectors will pay top dollar. And now, let's pause here for a second. I know some of you are thinking, yeah, sure, I'll just go dig through a jar of pennies from the 80s. And I get it, this might sound like a long shot. But let me tell you about the time I accidentally found a rare coin. Not a few years ago, I was at a laundromat. I reached into my pocket for change, and there it was, a coin that looked different. I almost spent it on a bag of chips, but something told me to hold on to it. Later, I looked it up and realized it was worth $200. Not $1.2 million, but hey, a win's a win. Moral of the story? Always check your change back to the 1988 D penny. If you think you've got one, the first step is to get it authenticated by a professional coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify its authenticity, grade its condition, and give you a certificate. This is crucial because, without that grading, collectors won't take you seriously. So, where do you sell a penny worth $1.2 million? You've got options. High-end auction houses like Heritage Auctions are a great place to start. You can also list it online, but be cautious, there are plenty of scammers out there. Stick to reputable platforms like eBay or Stacksbowers. And now, let's address the elephant in the room. Finding a 1988 D penny like this is rare, really rare. But hey, people win the lottery, right? And the best part is, you don't even have to buy a ticket. Just check your change. Alright, my friends, we've covered a lot today: what makes the 1988 D Lincoln penny special, how to identify it, and what to do if you find one. The next time you're about to toss your spare change into a tip jar or vending machine, take a second look. You never know, your next penny could be your $1 million ticket. Before we wrap up, I've got one last tip: subscribe to this channel. I'm here to help you uncover hidden treasures in your pocket, purse, or coin jar. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video about coins that could make you rich. And hey, share this video with your friends, it's more fun to hunt for treasure together. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and remember, every penny counts. Hey there, treasure hunters. Have you ever dreamed of finding a small fortune hiding in plain sight? Well, what if I told you that the humble penny in your pocket could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.3 million? That's right, today we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1969 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny, a tiny coin with a big price tag. So grab your coin jars, because this is going to be one wild ride. Before we dive in, let me share a quick story. A few years ago, I was cleaning out an old drawer at my grandma's house. Among the buttons, paper clips, and what looked like a fossilized gum wrapper, I found a handful of pennies. One of them caught my eye. It was shiny, with that iconic Abraham Lincoln profile. Long story short, it wasn't worth millions, but it sparked my curiosity about rare coins. And now, here I am, helping you uncover your potential treasure. Alright, let's get into it. The 1969 D Lincoln penny is a part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. The D Mint mark means it was struck in Denver, and here's the kicker: this little coin has become a superstar among collectors. Why? Two words: rarity and errors. First, let's talk about rarity. While millions of 1969 D pennies were minted, only a small number have the specific characteristics that make them worth big bucks. The most valuable ones are in pristine condition, often referred to as mint state. These coins look like they just rolled off the press, shiny, no scratches, no signs of wear. Some 1969 D pennies have a double die on the obverse side, that's the front. This means parts of the design, like the date or "In God We Trust," appear doubled. It's like the coin was photocopied but slightly shifted. These errors are super rare, and collectors love them. Now, before you go dumping your coin jar on the floor, here's what to look for: the mint mark. Make sure it's a D under the date, not an S or no mark at all. A doubling. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the date, Liberty, and "In God We Trust." If they look doubled, you might be in luck. Condition: the shinier, the better. If it looks like it's been through a rock tumbler, it's probably not worth much. A 1969 D penny in average circulated condition is worth, well, a penny. But if you've got one with the doubling error and it's in mint condition, you're looking at up to $1.3 million. Even lower grade versions with the error can fetch thousands. That's not bad for something you might find under your couch cushions. So you found a 1969 D penny, and you think it's the real deal. What now? First, don't clean it. Seriously, even a gentle scrub can lower its value. Next, take it to a professional coin appraiser or send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate and grade your coin, which is crucial if you want to sell it for top dollar. A quick confession: the first time I tried identifying a rare penny, I spent hours squinting at coins with a magnifying glass. My partner walked in, saw me hunched over the dining table with a flashlight, and asked, "Are you starting a science experiment?" Turns out, I wasn't a coin millionaire, but hey, I did find a wheat penny worth $10. It paid for coffee, so I call that a win. So there you have it, folks. The 1969 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny could be your golden ticket to a fortune. It's proof that sometimes, the smallest things in life can hold the biggest surprises. And now, here's your challenge: go grab that coin jar, dig through your couch cushions, or check your car's cup holder. Who knows? You might be sitting on a $1.3 million treasure. And if you find one, don't forget to send me a thank you postcard from your dream vacation. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and stories about coins worth money coming your way. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. And hey, drop a comment below. What's the most surprising thing you've ever found in your change? Let's keep the conversation going. Hey there, treasure hunters. What if I told you that a humble penny sitting in your pocket could be worth $1.4 million? That's right, today we're diving into the story of the 2016 D Lincoln penny. Yes, the one you probably didn't think twice about before chucking it into the tip jar. But hold on to your hats, or wallets, because this penny is turning heads in the coin collecting world. Before we get started, let me share a quick story. A few months ago, I found myself scouring through a jar of pennies while procrastinating on folding laundry. You know the drill: anything to avoid matching socks, right? Anyway, I stumbled upon a shiny little penny, gave it a quick glance, and thought, wouldn't it be wild if this was worth something? That random thought sent me down the rabbit hole of valuable coins, and let me tell you, it's been a wild ride ever since. Alright, ready to find out why a 2016 D Lincoln penny is making headlines? Let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about the basics. The 2016 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, and at first glance, it looks like any other penny you'd find between your couch cushions. But this isn't just any penny, it's a coin that has collectors going absolutely bananas. Point two words: minting errors. Imagine you're baking cookies, and one batch comes out looking a little funky, a cookie shaped like a dinosaur instead of a circle. That's basically what happened with some of these pennies. During production, a few pennies had errors that made them unique, and in the world of coin collecting, unique equals valuable. This happens when the design on the coin is accidentally stamped twice, creating a slightly blurry or doubled appearance. Look closely at the date or the "In God We Trust" motto. It might look like it's got a shadow. If the design is shifted off-center, leaving part of the penny blank, you've got a winner. Die cracks or chips. These are tiny lines or breaks in the coin surface caused by damaged minting equipment. They might look like cracks or unusual bumps on the penny. And now, you might be thinking, okay, but $1.4 million? Really? Yes, really. The value of these coins skyrockets because collectors love rare items, and when a coin has a story, like a production error, it becomes a hot commodity. Some collectors are willing to pay big bucks for pennies that aren't even in perfect condition. So, even if your 2016 D penny has seen better days, don't toss it just yet. Let's not forget about grading. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being the holy grail of perfection. If you've got a 2016 D penny in pristine condition and it has one of those rare errors, cha-ching! That's where the $1.4 million price tag comes into play. And now, remember that jar of pennies I mentioned earlier? After learning all this, I went back to that jar with a magnifying glass in one hand and my phone in the other, Googling like a mad person. My spouse walked in, took one look at me, and said, "Are you trying to summon a genie?" I mean, they weren't entirely wrong. I was hoping to make some magic happen. Spoiler alert, I didn't find $1 million penny that day, but I did find a new obsession with coin collecting. And who knows? Maybe next time I'll strike gold or copper. In this case, alright, folks, let's wrap this up. The 2016 D Lincoln penny is proof that even the smallest things can hold incredible value. Whether it's a rare minting error or just the right level of shine, these pennies are turning everyday people into coin collecting enthusiasts, and in some cases, millionaires. So, what are you waiting for? Grab that change jar, pull out your magnifying glass, and start hunting. Who knows? The next $1.4 million penny might be hiding in plain sight. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and stories about coins worth serious money, and you won't want to miss them. Alright, folks, let me ask you a question. Have you ever found a penny on the ground and just walked past it, thinking, it's just a penny? Well, you might want to think again, because today, we're talking about a tiny coin that could change your life, literally. The 1991 D Lincoln penny might look like just another old coin, but did you know it could be worth up to $1.5 million? Yeah, you heard that right, $1.5 million for a penny. So, grab your coin jar, your wallet, or whatever hiding spot you have for spare change, because you might just be sitting on a fortune. Let's break this down. The 1991 D Lincoln penny is no ordinary coin. First off, the D mint mark means it was minted in Denver, one of the US Mint's most famous locations. But not all 1991 D pennies are worth a fortune. What makes this one special is its rarity. Most of these pennies were struck with copper-plated zinc. However, a few were accidentally made using the old 95% copper planchets. That little oopsie turned an everyday coin into a treasure worth millions, and now, here's where things get crazy. These error coins are extremely hard to find. Experts believe only a handful of them exist, which is why collectors are willing to shell out big bucks to get their hands on one. You might be wondering, okay, but how do I know if I have one of these rare gems? Great question. Here's what to look for. A regular 1991 D penny weighs about 2.5 grams, but the copper ones weigh 3.11 grams. You'll need a precision scale for this, so don't go weighing it on your bathroom scale. Trust me, I tried. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. Copper has a slightly richer tone compared to the usual zinc pennies. It's like the difference between a generic soda and the real deal. You can tell that if your penny looks like it's been through a war, it might not fetch top dollar. Coins in pristine condition are worth the most. Let me tell you about the time I thought I struck gold, or copper, in this case. A couple of years ago, I was cleaning out an old drawer, and I found a penny with a D mint mark from 1991. My heart skipped a beat. I grabbed my phone, Googled it, and for about 5 minutes, I was convinced I was a millionaire. Spoiler alert, it wasn't the rare one. But hey, it got me interested in coin collecting, and now here I am sharing this story with you. It all boils down to supply and demand. Coin collectors, or numismatists, try saying that 3 times fast, are always on the hunt for rare pieces to complete their collections. The rarer the coin, the higher the demand and the price tag. The 1991 D copper penny is like the unicorn of pennies. It's legendary, it's elusive, and if you find one, you've hit the jackpot. So, what have we learned today? Never underestimate the value of that little coin sitting in your pocket or under your couch cushions. The 1991 D Lincoln penny could be your ticket to $1.5 million. Just remember to check for that weight difference in mint condition before calling up an auction house, and hey, if you don't find one, don't worry, you'll still have some spare change to buy a coffee. But seriously, the world of coin collecting is fascinating, and who knows? Your next big discovery might just be waiting in your wallet now. Here's the deal. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on spotting valuable coins, strategies for coin collecting, or even just some fun facts about currency, hit that subscribe button and join our community. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends, because who wouldn't want to know about million-dollar pennies? Hey there, treasure hunters. Have you ever had a penny jingling in your pocket and thought, it's just a penny? Well, guess what? That little copper coin could be your ticket to $1.60 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.6 million for a penny. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of the 1976 D mint mark Lincoln penny and why collectors are shelling out big bucks for it. So grab your loose change, sit tight, and let's find out if you've been walking around with a goldmine in your wallet. Now, let me tell you a little story. A few months ago, I was cleaning out my car, finally tackling that black hole between the seats where loose change goes to disappear. Among the sticky quarters and questionable nickels, I found a 1976 penny. And like any normal person, I thought, cool, 1976. Bicentennial vibes. Little did I know, I might have been holding onto a piece of history worth more than my CAR.SO. What's the deal with the 1976 D Mint Mark penny? First, let's break it down. The D stands for the Denver Mint, where this penny was struck. While billions of pennies were made in 1976, only a handful have the unique characteristics that drive their value into the millions. Errors. Yep, mistakes. Some of these pennies were struck on the wrong planchet, that's the blank metal disc coins are made from, giving them an unusual weight or color. Others have doubled dies, where the lettering looks a little blurry or doubled. These quirks make collectors go wild because they're like finding a four-leaf clover or a typo in your favorite book. It's rare and super exciting. Here's where things get interesting. If you have a 1976 penny with a D under the year, grab a magnifying glass and take a closer look. Is the lettering crisp, or does it look like it's shadowed? Does the penny feel heavier or lighter than usual? Even the tiniest detail could make the difference between a regular penny and a millionaire making one. Now, let's talk money, because that's why we're all here, right? In recent years, one of these elusive 1976 D pennies sold at auction for a whopping $1.6 million. Can you imagine that? Someone probably found it in an old jar, and now it's paying for their dream house. Collectors are willing to pay this kind of cash because these coins are so rare and have such an incredible story behind them. Think about it like this: it's like finding a rare Pokemon card at a garage sale. Everyone else sees it as just another card, but you know it's the Charizard holographic first edition. And in this case, the Charizard is a penny. Visit coin shops or flea markets, you never know what treasures you'll stumble upon. Get it graded. If you think you've got a special coin, send it to a professional coin grading service. They'll confirm if it's the real deal. Be patient, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's more like treasure hunting with a twist. Conclusion: so, after my car cleaning adventure, I sent my 1976 penny to get appraised. Turns out, it was worth exactly 1 cent. But hey, you can't win them all, right? The point is, you never know what you might have until you look. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on coins worth money, strategies for finding rare treasures, and stories that make history come alive, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. You never know who might be sitting on a fortune. Let's make hunting for loose change the new hobby of the year. Thanks for watching, and remember, every penny has a story. What's yours? Hey there, treasure hunters and penny pinchers. Have you ever looked at the spare change jingling in your pocket and thought, what if this random penny could buy me a mansion, a yacht, and still leave me enough for a lifetime supply of pizza? Well, guess what? It's not just wishful thinking. Today, we're diving into the fascinating, jaw-dropping world of the 1966 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that could literally change your life. And yes, you heard it right, it's worth a staggering $1.70 million. Before we dive in, let me tell you a quick story. A few years back, I was cleaning out my old junk drawer, that Bermuda Triangle of random keys, batteries, and pennies. I stumbled upon a grimy old penny, and for a split second, I thought, what if this is one of those $1 million coins? Spoiler, it wasn't. But hey, it got me curious, and now, I'm here to help you figure out if your penny could be the jackpot. Stick around, because I'm about to spill the tea on how this humble 1966 penny became a millionaire's dream. Alright, first things first, what makes the 1966 no-mint Mark penny so special? Let's break it down. In 1966, the US Mint decided to spice things up. They stopped using mint marks for pennies made in Philadelphia. Why? To combat coin hoarding during a nationwide coin shortage. Yup, people were stockpiling coins like it was the apocalypse. No mint mark means the penny was made in Philly, but here's the kicker: not all 1966 pennies are worth millions. Only the rare, pristine ones make it to the big leagues. We're talking about coins in MS-67 or MS-68 condition. That's coin collector jargon for near perfect. Imagine a penny that's been kept safer than your grandma's fine china, no scratches, no discoloration, and with a luster so shiny it makes diamonds jealous. That's the kind of penny that sells for $1.70 million. So, how do you know if your penny is the no-mint mark? Flip it over and make sure there's no tiny letter under the year condition. If it looks like it's been through the garbage disposal, sorry, it's not the one. Errors. Look for any weird quirks like doubled lettering or an off-center strike. Those can. Let's talk about why collectors are willing to drop $1.7 million on a penny. It's all about rarity and demand. Think of it like a limited edition sneaker drop. Everyone wants it, but there aren't enough to go around. The 1966 no-mint mark penny in mint condition is super rare, and collectors will pay top dollar to add it to their stash. Now, I know what you're thinking, okay, but how do I sell it if I have one? Great question. You can't just waltz into a gas station and demand $1.7 million for your penny. You'll need to get it graded by a professional, like the folks at PCGS or NGC. They'll certify its condition and give it a grade. Once you've got that, you can auction it off at places like heritage auctions or even online marketplaces. Let me tell you about a friend of mine. Let's call him Dave. Dave found a penny in his glove box that looked a little different. He sent it off to be graded, and while it wasn't worth $1.7 million, it sold for $500. Dave bought himself a new TV and a pizza oven. Moral of the story? Even if your penny isn't a millionaire, it could still be worth a sweet payday. So, there you have it. The 1966 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, proof that sometimes, the tiniest things in life can hold the biggest surprises. Who knew a little copper coin could be worth more than a Lamborghini? Now, here's your mission. Should you choose to accept it, go grab that jar of spare change, dig through your couch cushions, and check your car's cup holder. You might just be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button if you found this video helpful. I post weekly tips on coins worth serious money, strategies for treasure hunting, and maybe even a few stories about my own coin collecting adventures. Let's turn those pennies into dreams, folks. Hey there, coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Imagine this: you're casually digging through your old piggy bank or maybe checking the change you got from your morning coffee run. Suddenly, a penny catches your eye. It's old, it's a little worn, and there's no mint mark on it. What if I told you that one little penny could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.8 million? Yeah, you heard that right, million. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1984 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Stick around because I've got all the details, a funny story, and some tips on how to spot these hidden gems right in your spare change. Alright, so let's get into it. The 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, what's the deal? First off, the term no-mint mark simply means this penny wasn't stamped with the little letter indicating where it was minted, like D4 Denver or S4 San Francisco. No mint mark? It was made in Philadelphia. Pretty standard stuff, right? Well, not this time. What makes this coin so special is that some 1984 pennies have a rare error. We're talking about the famous double die obverse. Say what? Let me break it down for you. The doubling appears on Lincoln's ear, his lips, and even his iconic bow tie. It's like someone made Lincoln a little 3D and then forgot to fix it. Coins with this doubling are rare, and collectors are absolutely nuts for them. Now, here's where it gets good. If you've got one of these babies in pristine condition, like mint state condition, it could fetch up to $1.8 million at auction. Even if yours isn't perfect, slightly worn ones can still bring in a few $1,000s. Talk about turning pocket change into a payday. Let me tell you a quick story. A friend of mine, we'll call him Dave, once found a 1984 penny in his couch cushions while looking for his lost TV remote. I kid you not, he thought it was just a regular penny, but he decided to Google it anyway. Turns out, it had the doubled die error. He sent it off to be graded, and boom, he sold it for enough money to pay off his student loans and then some. Dave's couch cushion penny turned out to be worth $5,000. So now, I always say, check your change before you chuck it. Invest in a good magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. You don't need to break the bank, just something to help you zoom in on the details. Trust me, your eyes will thank you. And hey, keep an eye on online auctions and coin forums to see what's trending. You'd be surprised how much people are willing to pay for these rare finds. And don't forget about grading. The value of your coin depends a lot on its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being flawless. If you think you've got a winner, send it off to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. It might cost you a little upfront, but the payoff could be huge. So, there you have it, the 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a tiny piece of copper that could potentially change your life. Who would have thought that something so small could be worth so much? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who likes to dig through their change jar, keep your eyes peeled for this valuable little coin. Check your pockets, your couch cushions, and that random jar of coins you've been ignoring for years. You never know what you might find. And if you do strike gold, well, copper in this case, come back and let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful or even just entertaining, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more tips, tricks, and stories about coins worth serious money coming your way. Don't miss out, you could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it.